My name is Tank from X1029, Jacksonville's new alternative. We are talking to Be Real from Cypress Hill, and most recently, the new supergroup, Prophets of Rage. They're coming September 30th to the St. Augustine Amphitheater. They'll be with AWOL Nation. And of course, Prophets of Rage is not just, Rage Against the Machine. It is also Cypress Hill, and it also Public Enemy. You guys play tunes from all of you guys, right?
Yeah, we play a combination of our tunes. We play a couple of tunes that are Public Enemy songs, but ragified, as we like to say.
Right.
And we do some Cypress Hill songs that are also ragified.
Now, you guys, this isn't the first time that you've worked together with those guys, correct? Didn't you do some stuff on Rise Up with? No, with Tom specifically.
Yeah, we've done stuff with Tom in the past, and it's the first time working with Chuck on any music. So, but we've worked with Brad and Tom in the past. So we all known each other a long time. We've been fans of each other's bands. We've all influenced each other in one way or another. So, coming together and doing this, it was a long time coming, man. It just took the right time and the right situation, for it to actually manifest. So, it's actually pretty fucking surreal. Oh, sorry, man.
No, that's all right, man. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it. We're good. It is.
Right.
It's
pretty surreal.
It's hard to believe because in my estimation, you and Chuck are two of the top MCs of all time. Of the modern era since hip hop's been invented. Fortunately, you guys have always worked within the constructs of other people working together, so it works really nicely. The Prophets of Rage stuff really melds together beautifully when you do it. How long did it take to get that kind of structure and that kind of chemistry?
Well, after we all stopped fanning out on each other, because we're all fans of each other, and we got into the rehearsal process, we had rehearsed for maybe like, I don't know, I'm going to say about 3 months or something like that. And it started feeling really good on that third month when we had the confidence in that we had the songs down, that we could actually deliver. It really started feeling good. I mean, because, we all got much love and respect for each other. So being in the room and doing, and talking about it, on paper, as we always said, it sounds and looks great on paper, but, it all depends on once we start playing from note one. And when we did that, the first rehearsal, it was a little shaky because we were all just kind of getting our feet wet and playing together. Because, I mean, Tom and I have done some stuff with other bands where we've played together. He's played with our Cypress Hill band a couple of times. We've played with his band, and we've done that, but nothing like this, where we got Brad and Tim and Chuck there, you know what I mean? So it was a new experience, and once we got used to it, man, it just felt so natural, and it felt good, man, and we couldn't wait to do the first show after that, man. It was good. So the first show, did it go? It was just getting that first nervous energy out of the way. Right. And then getting down to business, Did it take as long for you once you started playing the first show as you thought, or did it take longer? Was it less time to get into the groove, or how did that work? Oh, no, for me, I got into the groove quick because I've always been a fan of Rage. So, sure. I knew the songs, but, knowing the songs as a fan is quite different than knowing them as performing them. So I had to relearn the songs and absorb the words again and the cadence and the delivery and just how he delivered the song overall in his performance. So, I felt like I had to get that down. That was the pressure that I put on myself because I didn't want it to be like my spin, my take. I'm going to do things my way with his lyrics. I didn't want that. I wanted it to be as close to the original way he dropped them in Zach De La Rocha. You know what I mean? Right. Rage song. that was the pressure that I put on myself, and I think Chuck did the same thing. And we just wanted to get that right so that we could do these songs justice. We could do Zach justice. We could, give the people what they want to hear. And it was a great challenge, man. Right when they asked me, I started studying the songs right then and there, man.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing when it all finally started coming together.
You and Chuck, you have a very different type of delivery. So how does that dynamic work? How do you decide ahead of time on verses, or is it as it goes? Does it change up? How when we go see you September 30th at the St. Augustine Amphitheater, how can we expect that to break down?
Well, there's some songs that Chuck leads. There's some songs that I lead, and there's certain songs we do together. And we just kind of bounce it back and forth because we come from groups that deal with a similar vocal tone. With Chuck and Flav, it's the high and low tone.
Sure.
With Sen Dog and myself, it's the same thing. It's just melding them together on who leads what song. And we've come up with a pretty cool formula that is a great balance. And when Chuck leads, and then when I lead, you know what I mean. Chuck likes to say that I lead, that that he can play second to me, but there's no way that Chuck D plays second to anyone. So I'm going to say that we both lead it, and it's a great dynamic, because when one leads, the other one backs up the other, and our tones complement each other. I believe the contrast of our tones definitely complement each other. So I think people are going to be surprised. If you have any expectations, wipe them away and come with a clear mind.
Well,
you're going to see some rocket shit.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm expecting, because seeing you guys live, I've seen you live before, never seen PE, but I've seen Rage, but as Audio Slave, and it seems like to me it's just going to be one hell of a show. And then you factor in AWOL Nation as an opener, and it blows my mind how great this show has the potential to be. And the single Prophets of Rage, is there an album forthcoming, or is that just the single, and then that's that on that?
Well, we have an EP dropping.
Okay.
It's got a couple. It's got another new song, Party's Over, that should be dropping shortly, and along with a couple of mashups that we did, and some other songs. But we definitely, at the end of the tour, are probably going to regroup and talk about what we want to do creatively next. So I believe new music is definitely in our future, because everybody is taking this pretty serious, like as a band. Yeah, we all have our individual let's say obligations to like our other bands and stuff like that, but we are very much taking this as serious as we would take any other band that we're in. So it's definitely something that we're taking serious, and I do believe people will hear some new music after this tour, or we'll start working on some music after the tour.
Do you think that the Prophets of Rage band is a product of perfect timing because of where we are in the country, or do you think that just as where you guys are as artists it worked out, or is it the convergence of both of those factors?
Yeah, I would believe it's both those factors. I think it's out of necessity, and because the timing is right now. There's very little music, if any, that speaks to what's going on right now. And if there is, it's buried so far underground that you would have to seek it out to hear it.
Right.
The radio stations are not, a lot of radio stations aren't openly willing, to put out music like this, but fortunately through what we've been able to accomplish in our prospective bands, it provided us to get together, it's a bigger platform.
Yeah.
We knew that people would get excited by Chuck D and Tim, Tom, and Brad and myself coming together could possibly be a big statement, and we can do something on a level that the other bands maybe right now that are trying to speak to it but are very so far underground and not given any light, that maybe we could be that spark. So, that's where it's at. Unfortunately, it's been able to grab a hold of some people and catch some momentum, and the spark got lit, fortunately, and here we are.
I think that there is a vacuum right now, especially I feel like radio is kind of scared of this type of stuff now. I feel like they're scared because it's so divisive, and the political landscape right now is so divisive. So I think
I believe that's definitely a part of it. The other part of it, it's hard music to sell. When you're in the business of selling music and selling ads on radio, stuff that is a little bit provocative, they don't want people tuning out from that. They don't want to risk that. So therefore, they won't be so willing to play that.
Right.
They want the stuff that's for sure going to keep the listeners tuned in, and sometimes the messages that might come out of music from bands like ours might not be the message that that they feel is safe enough. So
right.
I think that's why you don't hear a lot of this music out there. But again, I think people are ready for a different message. I think even some of the people programming some of the stations are ready for a different message. Like they're hearing this and they're seeing what's going on and saying, you know what, we'll take a chance on this. We know that we're supposed to play the safe stuff that's going to keep people tuned in, but you know what, there's a need for this right now. So
and you guys can't be ignored. I mean, it's a super group. I mean, there's the voices, the sound, everything in there is everything that we've all grown up, and it taught us so much about the world around us. I was reading a story about you guys, and we'll touch on this real quick, and I'll let you go because it sounded earlier like the police were chasing you. So I want to talk about this Norco State Prison thing that you guys did. They decided at the last minute that they wouldn't let you play the show inside the prison. And then you guys set up the speakers and played it toward the prison, and because you wanted to get the guys inside the message, get them some hope. And there's also another great cause that you guys have. It's called Jail Guitar Doors, which helps rehabilitation by getting the music instruments inside and treating prisoners like human beings. Can you tell us a little bit about that situation?
Yeah, I mean, Sacramento decided that they didn't feel it was safe for us to do this performance. There was a lot of red tape to cut through, so they denied us. But the administration of Norco, they were very they were very much disappointed as much as we were, because they wanted this. They pushed for it. They were they were in tight with the organization, Guitars for Jail Doors, and that it was something they put together because these inmates had earned, due to good behavior, this right to come see us play, and for us to play for these guys who are, making the change in their life, like doing what they need to do to change, so that when they come out into society that they're rehabilitated and with a new perspective. They got denied that for whatever reason, and we just wanted to make good on our end, so we decided that we would play outside, and we went over as a band what could potentially happen, the repercussions that we might face by saying, what, we're gonna play, you're not gonna stop us from playing. Fortunately, the administration understood. They didn't say we could play, and they didn't say we couldn't play outside as long as we weren't on the property. And the sheriffs allowed us to play without shutting us down as long as we agreed to keep it to a minimum, because they thought it was a good cause too. And fortunately, we were able to play at the prison, maybe not inside, but we were able to play at it. And some of those inmates got to hear that music because we cranked it way up. And, we made some people happy, and we made good on our word, and that's what we intend to do as a band.
Well, that's great, man. What a great story. And Prophets of Rage, featuring members of Rage Against the Machine, Cypress Hill, Public Enemy, playing September 30th as the St. Augustine Amphitheater, opening with AWOL Nation. Thank you so much, Be Real, for taking the time to talk to us today. I know you're very busy, man. Really looking forward to the show, and thank you so much, man.
Hey, I'd like to thank everybody who is supporting Prophets of Rage, and I want to thank everybody who has supported Cypress Hill through 25 years. Today is our 25-year anniversary of the first album.
Oh, wow.
Want to say thanks to everybody on that, and they could check out all of our stuff at BeReal.tv, to check out what we got going on tour and content and all that stuff.
Great. BeReal.tv is where to find out all the information, all the news. That's correct? BeReal.tv?
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, man. It's going to be. I'm really looking forward to the show. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be wearing a tank top, pouring champagne on myself, screaming "Death to the two-party system." Thank you so much, Be Real.
Right on.
I'll see you.
Save some of that for me, man.
You got it. Real quick before you go, I got to know: are you the only one blazing on tour?
At the moment.
Okay. That's what I was like. I can't picture the other guys doing it. Maybe Tim, but
No.
that's it.
I'm giving them contacts on a day.
Maybe the next album could be called Hot Box.
Hot Box.
That's my stripper name.
Awesome.
Oh man, thank you so much. Have a great day, man. I'm such a fan. I'm really looking forward to this EP dropping, and I'm looking forward to the show September 30th.
Thank you very much, man, and we appreciate it.
Have a great day, man.
You got it. Likewise.
See it.